COVID has exposed inequalities for women in this country, especially women who are working class, have disabilities or enduring racial injustice. And at the same time as women have been losing jobs, with school closed, they've had to bear the main responsibility for home educating and childcare. As Metro Mayor, I will do whatever is within my powers to tackle this inequality.
What is your understanding of the care economy? Do you recognise its importance, and how would you approach this as Regional Mayor?
The care economy is the work that is done for people who need care, whether it's children, people with disabilities or chronic illness, or the elderly. It's often work that's mainly done by women, it's undervalued, it's low paid, and it fails to be properly recognised by conventional economic measurements. The care economy needs to be fully recognised as a growing industry that is a central part of a green economy and society. As Metro Mayor, I would invest in social care organisations, and I would invest in childcare provision with the goal of providing high quality childcare, with a particular emphasis on supporting women-led businesses and social enterprises, such as Raised in Bristol nurseries or First Steps Bath. As well as this, as a dad who worked part-time while my children were growing up, I would support and promote family-friendly and part-time employment so that men can play their full part in home life and caring responsibilities as well.
What action would you take as Mayor to tackle the gender pay gap and support women in business?
I would target help for women's-led businesses and startups, including childcare, workspace and business advice. I would invest in vocational training led by women's specialist services, such as those provided by Women's Work Lab. I would give employers improved guidance for equal access and employment policies.
How could transport better meet the needs of women, and what action would you take as Mayor to ensure that it does?
Women's travel is different to men's travel. They have less access to cars, and men are much more likely to cycle to work than women. With this in mind, I will fund a women's organisation to draw up a safety travel plan for our region and implement it. I will prioritise access on public transport for wheelchairs and buggies. I will subsidise women's and part-time workers' travel costs. And I will promote cycling through organisations like Life Cycle for Women. Finally, as Metro Mayor, I would ensure that inequalities are thoroughly considered in all policy decisions, that active measures are put in place to address inequalities, and that proper consideration is given as highest priority to addressing intersectional needs.